Westpac Melbourne Institute Index of Consumer Sentiment fell by 7.9% in May. The index is now back to those levels that are the lowest that we've seen on a sustained basis since the deep recession of the early 1990s. The two key factors influencing confidence were interest rates and the budget. We were able to conduct the survey in the week of the budget so we could assess the index before the budget was announced and after the budget was announced. It appears that about 40% of the weakness in confidence occurred before the budget was announced and the other 60% after the budget was announced. Clearly people were concerned about the impact that the budget might have on inflation and interest rates, whereas Westpac has made it clear we do not believe that there was enough in that budget to threaten interest rates in the near term. In fact, there's another question that we ask specifically about the budget, and that is, has the budget expected to improve or worsen your finances? We found 27% said worsen, 15.5% said improve. That doesn't sound very good, but actually that margin is the narrowest margin that we've seen. Margins are always negative for this question, going back to the budget of 2010. It's the narrowest margin we've seen apart from the 2018 budget. The big news was a 10.7% jump in confidence around the outlook for house prices. That followed a 14% jump last month. That index is now at 144, which shows that there's 4 times more optimists than pessimists for the outlook over the next 12 months. That's an extraordinary result and seems to be consistent with other information we're currently seeing around the housing market. So it'll be the housing story and the strength we continue to see in the labour market that'll be a big factor when the Reserve Bank sits down to consider interest rates in June and July and then again in August. But this weakening in the overall economic environment, I think, is still going to be a very important factor. So we believe that they'll pause in June, and we also expect that by August, when they get more information on inflation, the decision will still be for a pause. But that risk is very much evenly balanced.